The armies gather beneath a burning sun, steel against steel, faith against faith. Two worlds standing face to face on sacred ground. Banners of the cross rise over thousands of armoured knights. Infantry forms ranks. The Crusader host advances, disciplined, determined, outnumbered. At its centre rides a king. Not a warrior of towering strength, not a conqueror hardened by youth, but a boy crowned by fate, a king marked by disease, a ruler whose body was failing, yet whose will would shake empires. Baldwin IV of Jerusalem. Across the field waits Saladin, master of Egypt and Syria, the greatest Muslim leader of his age. This is not merely a meeting of armies, it is a meeting of destinies. And history is about to remember the name of the Leper King. Baldwin IV was born in 1161, the son of King Amalric I of Jerusalem. From childhood, something was wrong. While training with other boys, Baldwin showed no pain when struck, no reaction to wounds, no fear of injury. His tutor, William of Tyre, noticed the signs first. Leprosy, a disease feared above all others. A slow decay of flesh, nerves and strength. In the medieval world, leprosy meant isolation, weakness and death. Yet fate chose Baldwin to rule. At only 13 years old, after his father's death, he was crowned King of Jerusalem. A child king, a dying king, a kingdom surrounded by enemies. The kingdom of Jerusalem was fragile, a narrow strip of land carved from conquest, surrounded by powerful Muslim states. To the south, Egypt, to the north, Syria, and uniting them, Saladin. Saladin was not merely a general, he was a strategist, a reformer, and a unifier. His goal was clear: the destruction of the Crusader States. Many believed Jerusalem would fall within years, but Baldwin refused to accept that destiny. Though his body weakened, his mind sharpened. He learned politics, he learned command, and most importantly, he learned when to fight. In 1177, Saladin invaded the kingdom with a massive army. Baldwin was only 16 years old. He could barely ride a horse. His hands were already numb, his face hidden behind a silver mask. Yet he rode to battle. At Montgisard, against all logic, Baldwin led a desperate charge with barely a few thousand men. The Crusader forces struck Saladin's army while it was spread and unprepared. What followed was chaos. Saladin's troops broke, his army was shattered, and the Muslim world was stunned. A sick teenage king had humiliated the greatest commander of the age. Montgisard became legend, and Baldwin became more than a king. He became a symbol. Despite victory, the disease advanced. Baldwin lost sensation in his limbs. His face deteriorated. His strength faded. But his authority did not. He ruled with discipline and restraint. He balanced rival factions among the Crusader nobility. He resisted reckless wars. Unlike many around him, Baldwin understood the limits of power. He sought stability, not glory. He negotiated when possible. He fought when necessary. And Saladin learned to respect him. Not as a weak king, but as a dangerous one. Baldwin knew the truth. He would not live long. He could not produce an heir. This haunted his reign. The question of succession threatened to tear Jerusalem apart. Rival nobles maneuvered for power. Ambition replaced unity. Baldwin attempted to secure the future by crowning his young nephew as co-king. But time was running out, and without Baldwin, the kingdom's fragile balance would collapse. Baldwin IV died in 1185. He was only 24 years old. Within years of his death, the kingdom of Jerusalem unraveled. Poor leadership, internal divisions, reckless decisions. And Saladin returned. In 1187, at the Battle of Hattin, the Crusader army was destroyed. Jerusalem fell soon after. The city Baldwin had protected his entire life was lost. Baldwin IV was not meant to rule. By the standards of his time, he should have been hidden away, forgotten, discarded. Instead, he became one of the most remarkable kings of the Middle Ages. He proved that leadership is not forged in strength alone, but in resolve. That courage can exist in a failing body. That a king can inspire fear, loyalty, and respect without lifting a sword himself. Saladin conquered Jerusalem, but even his enemies remembered Baldwin, not as a leper, but as a king. Baldwin IV of Jerusalem, the boy who should never have ruled, the king who should never have won, and the legend history refuses to forget.